You remember that day, don't you? The day motivation just died. It vanished. Left without a note, without a goodbye. You woke up, and the fire you thought was burning inside was just cold, gray ash. The grand plans, the exciting goals, the vision of the future you were so passionate about yesterday. Suddenly, it all felt distant, like a movie you once saw but couldn't quite remember the plot of. And in that silence, in that void where the cheering and the hype used to be, you realized a profound, terrifying, and ultimately liberating truth. It's not about feeling ready. It was never about feeling ready. It's a myth, a beautiful lie we tell ourselves to put things off for another day. We wait for the stars to align, for the perfect mood to strike, for that magical surge of energy to carry us effortlessly toward our dreams. But the perfect moment is a ghost. It never arrives. The day motivation died, you understood that waiting for it is like waiting for a ship at an airport. It's the wrong strategy, for the wrong vehicle, in the wrong place. Terrail came, the one that actually matters, is about showing up. It's about lacing up your shoes when your bed feels like a warm, comfortable trap. It's about opening the laptop when the siren song of procrastination is screaming your name. It's about making the call, writing the first sentence, doing that first push-up, even when every single cell in your body is protesting. That's the secret, isn't it? Anyone can work when they're inspired. Anyone can run when they feel light and energetic. But what do you do on the days when it's raining inside your head? What do you do when doubt is your only companion and the finish line seems to be moving further away with every step you take? That's the moment of truth. That's the moment that separates the amateur from the professional, the dreamer from the doer. Motivation is a fickle friend. It's the guest who shows up to the party, drinks all your best wine, tells the best stories. It comes in waves, unpredictable and wild. It will lift you to incredible heights, making you feel invincible. And then, just as quickly, it will recede, leaving you stranded on the shore, wondering where all that energy went. It disappears almost systematically when you need it most. When the task gets hard, when the feedback is harsh, when the results aren't coming, that's when motivation packs its bags. But here's the thing. You can't wait for it to come back. You can't put your life on pause. You can't stop. Why? Because the clock doesn't stop. The world doesn't stop. Your bills don't stop. Your goals, if they're ever to be reached, can't afford to stop. Life doesn't wait for you to feel good. It just keeps going. And if you stand still, you're not just standing still. You're moving backward. The current of life is relentless, and it's always flowing forward. And you just looked at the ground right in front of your feet. You didn't think about the marathon. You just thought about the next stride. You broke it down, step by step, rep by rep, hour by hour. You built a system. You created a routine. Not because it was exciting, but because it was reliable. Your alarm clock didn't ask if you were motivated. Your calendar didn't check if you were inspired. These were your anchors in the storm of your own feelings. You started honoring the promises you made to yourself, especially on the days you least wanted to. You learned that discipline wasn't a punishment. It was your freedom. It was the tool that could take you where motivation never could. And a funny thing started to happen. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, without anyone noticing, not even you. At first you began to move forward. The pile of one more step started to accumulate. The collection of just one more hours started to build. You looked up one day and realized you were halfway up the mountain. You looked back and saw the distance you had covered, not on the wings of inspiration, but on the calloused feet of discipline. You hadn't felt like it, but you had done it. And in that moment, you discovered a new source of energy. It wasn't the flashy, explosive power of motivation. It was something deeper, quieter, and infinitely more powerful. It was momentum. It was the confidence that comes from knowing you can rely on yourself. You realized that action isn't the result of motivation. It's the cause of it. You don't wait for inspiration to write. You write, and in the act of writing, inspiration finds you. You created your own source of energy, one that wasn't dependent on mood or circumstance. The day motivation died wasn't a tragedy. It wasn't the end. It was the beginning. It was the day you stopped being a passenger in your own life, waiting for the weather to be perfect. It was the day you grabbed the steering wheel and started driving, through rain, through fog, through the darkest night. It was the day you stopped relying on a feeling and started relying on yourself. The day motivation died was the day you were set free. It was the day you became truly, deeply, and unshakably unstoppable. Because when you can work without motivation, what is there left that can possibly stop you? Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.